My god, would you look at us. I don't think it's even been a whole year since the Switch's release, and the next Smash Bros. Installment hasn't even been hinted at in the slightest, but already everyone's jumping at the chance to rapidly speculate over it. I have a feeling there's been a certain hole that's been left behind after the anticipation of Smash 4. Oh, and I can understand why, of course. There is a certain thrill to all of that build-up and tension you get from speculating over a new Smash. A feeling that just unfortunately can't quite be matched when the game finally comes. In fact, I think I'd be right there with all of you. If I needed to do any of that nonsense, of course. You see, one bit of speculation that's currently being done is whether or not Masahiro Sakurai will be returning as the game's director. Well, I can say for certain that no, he won't be. But just who will be replacing him, you may be asking? Well, believe it or not, that just happens to be a certain white boy in his early 20s with no prior experience working on video games, currently speaking into a shitty blue snowball microphone. In other words, me. Hello there, my name's Joseph Mariello, but you can feel free to call me Joe if you'd like. Who am I exactly? Oh, just some nobody with a secret plan to take over the Smash Bros. Franchise, that's all you really need to know for now. I don't exactly have a lot of time to go into great detail about my plan right now, of course, but let's just say that I have some rather powerful connections. And I've been a very good boy who's been completing every single one of his occult sacrificial rituals on time. So if you just happen to stumble across this little video, then well, congratulations! You're about to receive some first-hand information on what may potentially be the biggest, most anticipated release of 20-something. I don't exactly have a plan for when the game will come out right now. In fact, all I really know is what new characters I'll be adding, but that's the most exciting part now, isn't it? It is for me, at least. Especially now that I'll be the one making the decisions, and Sakurai will be the one bitching to all of his friends about them. Now, you may not believe any of this, of course, and I suppose that is understandable. But I have a feeling if you watch the rest of this, my overall knowledge and passion of gaming and my weirdly inconsistent accent of no actual real origin may eventually convince you. So sit back and enjoy the top 10 newcomers that we'll be adding to the next Smash Bros. Installment on the Nintendo Switch! Let's just get this one out of the way here first. The Inklings from Splatoon. Yes, they seem to be the one character that everyone universally expects to make it in the next Smash Bros. Game, and yeah, you know what, why wouldn't they? I mean, Splatoon was quite a popular new franchise for dear old Nintendo, and in a roster that includes such all-stars like Wii Fit Trainer and Rob the Robot, that would normally be more than enough for them to get a spot. If things were still being run the old way, that is. But they aren't anymore now, are they? And sadly, that's just no longer going to cut it. Especially when I have a particular bone to pick with these Splatoon developers. Oh, what's that? You guys still don't want to make the Octolings playable in Splatoon? Oh, well, that's just fine. I don't want to make the Inklings playable in Smash Bros. Either. So I'm picking the Octolings for our sole Splatoon representative. If there were two things that our current roster is desperately lacking in right now, those would probably be villains and F-Zero characters. So let's kill two birds with one stone then, shall we? Introducing Captain Falcon's very own arch-rival, Black Shadow! Now we'll have to be creative with his moveset, of course, as there's not really much he does outside of his vehicle, but that shouldn't be too hard. It's been done before with characters like Fox and Rob, and hell, even Captain Falcon himself. I'm thinking perhaps he could levitate and utilize all sorts of dark magic for projectile attacks, cast some lightning bolts here and there, summon some minions, and oh, maybe we can even give him a sword for a couple of moves. I don't know, it just seems like something that would fit with his overall character design. Speaking of characters from a franchise in need of more representation, Ashley from WarioWare.
But Joe, don't we already have the Mii Fighter costumes?
Do you honestly believe that I'd be satisfied with some silent, personality-devoid mannequin simply cosplaying as Ashley? Well, I'm so sorry to disappoint you then, but no. I'm not satisfied with that. So I'm going to do what dear old Daddy Sakurai should have done in the first place. I'm including the real Ashley into Smash Bros. With her own victory animations, and her own voice lines, and her own goddamn taunts! But she can still keep the same moveset as the Mii Sword Fighter. Now, it's fairly common knowledge at this point that our dear friends the Ice Climbers had to be unfortunately cut from Smash 4, and all due to the hardware limitations of the 3DS. See, the poor little baby just couldn't handle having a character with an AI-controlled partner, and Big Brother Wii U didn't want to make the little guy feel bad by having an extra character. Oh, what a touching story. That sure was a sweet thing of him to do for you, especially considering that he was already the far less successful consort between the two of you. I mean, it's a good thing he's never harbored any feelings of jealousy or resentment all throughout his life. Quite respectable, actually. I suppose that's just something else we can add to his tombstone, then. Here lies the Wii U, an utter failure of a console that could never make anything of himself no matter how hard his loved ones tried to support him. And also didn't have the Ice Climbers in Smash Brothers. Oh, don't feel so bad. It's not like this was your fault or anything. I mean, sure, he probably could have sold a bit more if you didn't also have to have a copy of Smash Brothers for yourself. Probably still could have had the Ice Climbers too if that were the case. Oh, look on the bright side. I have a feeling you'll be able to apologize to him sooner than you may think. Okay, wow, holy shit, I went way off topic there, you know, talking to consoles. But yeah, now that we have the Switch with its more advanced hardware, people are clamoring for the return of everyone's favorite parka-wearing duo, and yeah, sure, we probably could bring them back, but why not push the concept even further? The GameCube could handle a character with one AI-controlled partner, and we are now 3 console generations past that, so I think it's time we really start upping our game here. That's right, we're leaving behind those crusty old Ice Climbers, and instead, we're bringing forth an entirely customizable Miitopia party in their place. Oh yes! Just imagine the kind of fun you can have when an entire character slot looks like a free-for-all match of its own. Just imagine 8-player smashes with that. Oh, that is really pushing the boundaries of a console right there. That's right, Sakurai. I've taken 2 of your lackluster ideas and combined them into something that's truly remarkable. I bet you would have never even thought of that, would you? No, you'd probably be far too busy making King Dedede's moveset even shittier than you made it in Smash 4, isn't that right? So I thought before getting started on this new Smash Bros. Game that I should perhaps try my hand at rebooting a franchise. The Chibi Robo franchise in particular. This of course allows Chibi Robo to finally make his long-awaited Smash Bros. Debut, but that's not all. I'm also creating my very own OC for this game, a new rival to butt heads with little Chibi Robo at every turn. I call him Edgy Robo, and oh yes, you better believe he's got his own spot on the roster as well. Just as a little bonus, of course, though. You see, he was going to be merely an alternate costume for Chibi Robo at first, but then I realized, with a bit of extra effort, I can tweak him just enough in order to justify separating the two of them. Purely for the sake of filling up the roster a bit more, of course. I'm not playing favorites here, oh no, not at all. He's also going to have his own special victory theme apart from Chibi Robo's, and he'll have a unique Final Smash animation all his own. Meanwhile, Ganondorf will continue to share the same victory theme as the other Zelda characters, and Falcon will still be in the Landmaster. Harriet Brutal from Super Mario Odyssey. I can already hear you now.
But Joe, what the hell? Why would you include such a minor boss character who's only made an appearance in one game?
Oh, that is exactly the kind of small-minded response I'd expect to come from someone who currently lacks the ambition that I have. But allow me to try to explain this for you. See, Mario Odyssey was certainly a huge success for Nintendo. Critics and gamers alike praised it for not only the gameplay, but for its unique sense of personality and charm. So I thought what better way to represent that than with a character who perfectly embodies Odyssey's strengths. Of course, the capture mechanic is probably the more unique selling point to the game that it'll be remembered for years to come, but you know, that's not a character. I mean, the cap is, but he's just a hat. It can't be a Smash Bros. Character, that would be ridiculous. Also, Pauline's often associated with this game due to that song that everyone likes, but I don't think she has much moveset potential, really. Yeah, of course, she has more of a history with the Mario series, but I don't... Donkey Kong? Who played that game? Okay, you know what, screw it. I just really like this stupid character for some reason, okay? I haven't even really played Mario Odyssey. I've just watched other people play it, and for some reason this character just always sticks out to me. It's just a really silly character. She has so much more personality than some random boss character like her should ever really have, but I think it's worth it. I want more boss characters that are as quirky as this one. I love the way she laughs like a stupid idiot when she's dropping the bombs around everywhere. Like, wow, someone's having the time of their life there. Or that noise that she makes when you knock the helmet off and she starts panicking. It just brings a little smile to my face, and I think this character has a lot of potential. Certainly shows a lot more personality than Larry Koopa, I'll tell you that much. And if he can be a character in Smash Brothers, then, well, I don't see why this one can't be one either. You're all still doubting me, aren't you? Oh, I can already hear your little opinions, all your little, oh, I still don't think she's a very good character for Smash Brothers. Well, do you know who you're talking to here? This is the soon-to-be future director of the Smash Brothers series, and are you trying to tell me that I really need to start second-guessing my own decisions? Well, fine then, if you insist. You know, I was originally going to include Shovel Knight as sort of an indie game rep, but the more I think about it now, Freddy Fazbear would just be so much better for that role now, wouldn't he? I mean, his franchise is just immensely more popular than Shovel Knight's. Tell me, how often do you see embarrassing Shovel Knight merchandise being sold at boardwalks and Hot Topics? How often do you see MatPat doing game theory videos on Oh my god, is that one a joke? Oh, I can already picture his final smash now. He sucks all the rest of the characters into a YouTube scare cam let's play, and then he jump scares them and sends them all flying. Oh my god, wouldn't that just be epic? Also, to go off on a bit of a tangent here, do we really need two separate versions of Samus in this game? I mean, they're pretty much just the same exact character in different outfits, right? I'm thinking we should replace the Zero-Suit one with a character of more importance. Let's go with Melody Pianissima from Luigi's Mansion. I mean, talk about a character who's vital to Nintendo's history. She's written some of the most well-known and popular songs in the Mario franchise. Oh, what's that? You thought that was someone else? Oh, looks like someone just hasn't played Luigi's Mansion, have they? And oh my god, would you just look at all of these Fire Emblem characters we have cluttering up our roster. I think we can definitely go without some of them. How about, hey Ike, when was the last time one of your games was relevant? Oh, that's what I thought. I'm thinking we can replace you with Paper Mario with a moveset inspired entirely by fucking Sticker Star. Do you want me to keep going? Because I can keep going, you know. Remember Lucas? Well, guess what? Fuck Lucas! He's not going to be in Smash Brothers anymore either. I mean, he's only ever appeared in one game prior to this, a game that's only been released in Japan and is never being localized to America. I repeat, never being localized to America. So I think it's about time that this mopey little sad sack is finally lost to the sands of time. Do you know who's actually appeared in more games than Lucas, if you don't consider both of the Smash Brothers games? Pink Gold Peach! So I think Pink Gold Peach is a much more deserving character than Lucas ever was. Oh, and what's that I hear? You guys want Solid Snake to return as our Konami rep? Oh, well, I don't think that's very representative of Konami these days. In fact, I think I'm gonna put a Silent Hill pachinko machine in Smash Brothers. Is it finally sinking in now? I'm the one who holds all the fucking cards here, so you degenerates better accept, what's her name from Mario Odyssey, or else I will continue with this. Hoo-hoo, alright. I suppose this is now a top 11 list, and, well, I did have other characters I wanted to add, but I'm afraid if I don't go through this, you guys won't learn your lessons, so I suppose I can save those for DLC. Well, that's where you come in there, big boy. Well, I don't really have that in an exact sort of step-by-step detail right now, but it mostly involves possessing the right people here and there, making the decisions to help bump me up at Nintendo, all that kind of stuff. Well, honestly, I feel like that's a very reasonable assumption to make. Huh. Well, I suppose that might complicate things a bit. Ooh, but hold on, this could be some really funny banter we're having right here. At least there's something I can salvage from this situation here, right? Now you, buddy, wait right there and try to remember what you were saying to me. I'm gonna grab a camera really quick and we can set it up and sort of film this little back and forth between the two of us. And we can be like our own little comedic YouTube duo. Oh my god, that has so much potential. Why didn't I thought of this sooner? Oh, what's that? You guys don't want to make the Inklings playable in wait a minute. Oh, what's that? You guys don't want to make the Inklings playable. Oh, I fucking did it again. The Inklings are playable in Splatoon. Oh, what's that? You guys don't want to make the Inklings playable in... Well, I don't want to make the Octolinks playable in Smash Brothers either.
If things were still being run the old way, that is. But they aren't anymore now, are they? they're being run my way, and I say the Inklings won't be stepping foot into my goddamn Smash Brothers game, not when this injustice has been brought upon the goddamn Octolings.
Well, that was fun.
But Joe, don't we already have the Mii Fighter costumes?
Ooh, shit, I should probably take that down like maybe 10 fucking notches there. Certainly shows a lot more... Certainly shows a lot more personality. I'm Bubsy, the fucking Bobcat. Certainly shows a lot more... Ooh, fuck. Certainly shows a lot... Why the fuck am I doing this? Oh my god. Certainly shows a lot more personality than that Larry Cooper motherfucker. Fuck that guy, I don't even like him.